tell you what, guys, today is the day. No cloud. That doesn't happen very often down here, I tell you. We've got clouds and rain and weather for months now. The weather forecast says for at least 3 or 4 hours we have got full sunshine now, and I'll take full advantage of that because I want to show you something. You know, first of all, welcome back to the Off-Grid Garage here in sunny hot Australia. I told you before, I'm receiving a lot of emails from companies who want me to test their products, and I'm always skimming through all these offers, and many of them are for like 12 volt 100 ampere hour batteries, you know, the usual, or another manufacturer, grade A lithium iron phosphate cells from China, or someone who wants me to test their multimeter. And I always say, yeah, well, I'm not really a test channel here. I'm testing products here and there when I think they are interesting for the channel and they fit the do-it-yourself community, or something is new and cool. And this was a while back. This was in beginning of December when they sent me an email and said, we have got this solar panel here, we want you to test you. And I said, oh, get out, really, a solar panel test? This is the most boring stuff ever. I mean, I cannot even fill a 30-minute video with that, right? It would take only a few minutes to test this solar panel. And I had a look at the solar panel and said, ooh, that is interesting, actually. That is actually very interesting. And I've got this in my pile of stuff here. And as I said, it's sitting there for months now, and there was no time to actually test this panel. But today, it is the Powerness foldable solar panel, Solar X S120. There. You can read it better. So it is one of these portable, foldable solar panels you've seen 100 million times on YouTube, right? For camping, for your RV, if you are on the move somewhere and you want to recharge your mobile phone, your laptop, anything. This is what these panels are for. And I have like hundreds of these emails in my inbox maybe where companies want me to test these products, and I always said, nah, probably not, no, thank you, but no, probably not, nah. And as I said, I got this panel here like in December or something, beginning of December, and then there was Christmas in between and all this other stuff, and there was really no time to test this one here, no weather for it, and I don't want to test this in cloudy weather and say, oh, here's a panel, because they claim this one has a 23% efficiency. But this was not the reason I took this panel. I actually had a look already in December when I got it and tested it out a bit. And I must say, I hate this panel. I really hate this panel here. You know, when we use the S.P.A.T usually to calibrate the solar panel out there in the sun to align it perfectly to the sun. Well, we don't need the S.P.A.T anymore, because this solar panel here has a built-in S.P.A.T. Yes, not a beer, not a beer. Okay, let me show you here. Come on over and have a look. So this is the whole, I should have turned it this way around, right? So this is the whole panel here. It comes with a nice handle up here and good fabric material. This is one of the stands it comes with, and a little bag here with all kind of cables, which I actually like. So it has USB, USB-C, and the DC cable as well, which then, for example, plugs into the what is it called? Yeah, the Blue Yeti, exactly, the Blue Yeti, thanks. It comes with 3 different types of DC cable connections, all sizes, and a nice USB-C cable. And at the other end of these cables here's our S.P.A.T controller. That means on the display it gives you all kind of information about this solar panel when it's out in the sun. Voltage, amps, power, I think that was it. But this is enough to align the solar panel and maximize the output without using the Off-Grid Garage S.P.A.T method. It also comes with its own little brochure. 3, 4, 8 different language, Bedienungsanleitung in German as well. It's good. Just want to have a quick look at the... Okay, so it's the 120 watt peak. And here, cell efficiency 23%. That is insanely high. 18 volts, 6.6 amps, USB-A 2.4 amps, USB-C 2.4 amps, 65 degrees, and the dimensions are here, so I don't need to measure this anymore. 4.7 kilograms. You can see also a USB a USB 3 or USB 2 connector here, so you can plug in any of your USB appliances just to this little device here, to the power board or power display or whatever you want to call it, and charge there as well. Okay, let's have a look at the modules. Ooh, they look nice and shiny. They are a bit flexible. So I'm really measuring the net size of this solar panel, which is exactly 0.49 meters. Okay, give it 31.3. 0.313 is okay, times 4. That is 0.61348 square meter, all in total. Okay, I would say without further to do, let's get this out in the sun, right? We need one, where's my, here, the Elejoy. I have just realized I cannot connect this solar panel to our solar panel tester here at all, because this is solely designed, the solar panel is solely designed to connect to devices directly, you know, but there's no access to the panel voltage and amps directly. So I think I have to do some electrical engineering here. I'll put this back together later on. I'll solder it and heat shrink it all together so you won't see anything. But we just have to make this sacrifice at the moment here. I want to get full access to the solar panel with a tester to test the 23% claim, you know. All right, positive, negative. There we go. All right. Let's get it out in the sun. And the setup is super easy. You just okay, done. This took only a few seconds. So there it is. That's the full panel. So 4 panels. And each of these panels comes with their own stand on the back. This is all Velcro, mechanically connected. And here's our connection box now. So there. And we can see already the gravel is so hot. See, it shows the voltage and amps separately for each output. That is very cool. Negative auto MPPT. Okay, testing complete. 81.8 watts. 72. It shows 0 amps because the tester takes only current for a very short amount of time. 78 watts. Can you believe it? There was no clouds like 10 minutes ago when I showed you the sky, right? And now look at this. Look at this shit. There are clouds coming in again, and there are more clouds coming over there. So our test is, how am I supposed to test solar panels and solar products and if it's not even sunny? 76. 85 watts. 88. 90.5 watts. Okay, I could see 90 watts as maximum output at the moment, but we've got some clouds here coming in, and of course the solar panel has now heated up. Yes, yeah, that plugs in straight away. 80, 82, 84, 85 watts. Charging into the S.P.A.T. So now if we look on the display, which we actually cannot because it's lying flat on the... So now we should be able to read to... Oh, I can feel the sun is going away. I hope this is on camera. So we've got 16.8 volts and 5.7 amps at the moment, which makes 91 watts as per the S.P.A.T. Oh, this can take some charge anyway here. 92 watts, 91, 92 watts. So 16.7 volts, 5.6 amps. It pulls 92 watts. So your battery can sit in the shade and the solar panel is in the sun. So 18 volts is the voltage in the power point, and 6.6 is the power current. 18.6 is 118.8 would be the maximum we can see. It could overproduce a bit and get to the 120 watts under ideal conditions, but this is just what all solar panels have. If you look on them, they all have the standard test conditions here, STC, so 25 degrees, 1000 watts per square meter and all this kind of stuff. No, it's a bit cloudy. 29 watts, 29 only. Okay, we've got now 1300 watts per square meter here, and we are outputting 99 watts, 100. I can see 100. Do we get more? Come on, 100 now, 100. It goes down to 80, 60, 80, 90. Comes back. Come on, 100. Give us more. It's a 120 watt panel. That sounds a bit like at a horse race. I guess that was it for my test. I can't believe it. It was blue sky, and now it's like end of the test. Okay, I shall be back when the clouds are gone. Now you can see 1.1 amps going into the mobile phone and 1.4 going into my power bank, which I have just connected via USB connection. So that is pretty cool, as you can see the voltage and amps here. I like this very much. And we've got full power now, so I can potentially plug in the S.P.A.T again and charge it as well at the same time. See, now it gets only 50 watts here. So you can see there's 1 amp going into each of the outputs now. So that's a pretty cool feature, right? What I don't like with this design is that the display is underneath, and you have to lie down here, and then the display is upside down, and this is not really practical. Good idea, but so as good as this design sounds like, it is a bit hard to actually access this display. So what I suggest here is a little hinge mechanism on the display, so we can flip this one out, you know, like with a Velcro as well. So it Velcros in, but then we can, no, it's not. So it comes out like 90 degrees, and then we can easily read it from here. So it is now the next day, testing the, what's it called? The Powerness Foldable Solar Panel S120. And I actually wanted to do a full power test today in full sunlight with a cold panel to see if it actually delivers the 120 watts. But instead, we've got rain. It just started raining again. And you can see that this sky here is it's such a mush weather. Unbelievable. But you know, then let's do the bad weather test first. It's easy. Let's see what we get here. 140 watt per square meter. Okay, that's not much. 21 volts, open circuit voltage, 11 watts we are getting from the panel. Let's see if we can get any power in the S.P.A.T. Nah, 0 watts. Yeah, the S.P.A.T needs a bit more power to actually start charging. There's nothing. But you can see I left the panel connected to the S.P.A.T yesterday, and we had only 1 or 2 bars, and now we've got 3 bars. So it has actually substantially recharged the S.P.A.T yesterday. And this is a 1.5 kilowatt hour unit, so 12 watts. It is raining. I'm not even sure if this one is actually made for rain here. I mean, it's an outdoor product, but it doesn't... No, there's no IP rating at all. Power stations. Well, there's nothing here in the manual, not even here on the German manual, that it says we cannot use this one in rain. It has this like fabric material here, so this will soak in all the water. I'm not sure if this is intended to be used in rain, but we will find out, I guess. There you go. So you can actually recharge your mobile phone, or maybe even your laptop, in these cloudy and rainy conditions with a panel. So that's pretty good. It doesn't charge my laptop though. There's no charging happening at the moment. Okay, so at the moment we are making around 16 watts. Yeah, 16 watts at the top. And this is a 120 watt panel, it claims. So this is like 13%, right, of what the panel can deliver maximum in these conditions. And if I have a look at my solar system here on the roof, the west roof, for example, makes almost 1 kilowatt out of 4,000 it can deliver. So this is 25%. It's a much larger system, of course, and different panels, but you can see the difference. 25% at these conditions and 13% this one delivers. So just to give you a rough idea what's going on. We've got pure sunshine outside. This is the time to do the full power test. I want to see if we can get close to 120 watts out of this solar panel here. Okay, it is out in the sun. That is pretty much the maximum we can expect from the panel. It's around 100 watts. Yeah, 100 watts. That's under optimal conditions. Cold panel, 25 degrees, 100% pure Australian sun, 95 watts. This is all I'm getting. Lying it flat on the ground, 98 I can see, 17 volts and 5.7 amps. 70, 80, still tracking the maximum power point. Do we see 100? 96 watts. It shows the same as the solar panel tester, just under 100. And this is pretty much under ideal conditions. So the solar panel was sitting here for a day in the garage, in the shade, had like 25 degrees, and then we put it out in the pure sun now, no clouds, nothing. Cold panel, pure sun should bring maximum performance, maximum power, even overpower. Because with all these clouds, they are reflecting the light from different angles now. You usually have an overproduction of power now. Okay, let's cool it down. Okay, so what do we see now? 98 watts, 97, that's the maximum. So I'm not sure, the panel is rated for 120 watts, but I cannot confirm this power output of the panel. Under no circumstances I've seen 120 watts or even 110 or so. We had the 101, 102 watts the day before yesterday when I did the first test with it, but now it's more like 100 watts maximum. So I would rate this panel here as a 100 watt panel, not a 120 watt panel. The Powerness panel is cooling down here in front of the aircon. But we have 20 degrees, panel temperature 19, 20 degrees. I cooled it down because I want to do the final power test, power delivery test. We've got pure sunshine, no clouds today, perfect weather. It is around 11 o'clock, and in this location we have like 1300 watts per square meter of incoming solar power. Yeah, 1300 watts. And I've got all kind of equipment here. I've got my laptop for the USB-C connection. I've got 4 other USB devices. We've got the Blue Yeti here. And I want to see if we can get close to the 120 watts combined. Because, as you know, we have done the Blue Yeti test just before. It was actually 1.5 weeks ago. And we could see only 100 watts with the Blue Yeti alone. But maybe it is a combined power output they are stating. 120 watts with all the USB connected and the power station as well charging. So that's what I want to test. The panel is cooled down. Let's do it. Okay, everything is plugged in, everything is charging. Let's have a look here. We're getting 96 watts. And what did it say on this display? Let's see if we can read the display here. USB-C, a laptop is not charging at all for some reason, and the other one is 5 volts and 0.2 amps. What? 0.2 amps only? What's going on here? Maybe it doesn't like this hub here, I don't know. It's not charging my laptop. Okay, I've taken a snapshot. Let's have a look at the numbers. Okay, here's the snapshot I just took. It's a bit clary. Written down all the numbers here, you can see both 19.3 volts, 4.5 amps, makes 86.9 watts, 5 volts, 8.6 amps, 8.6 watts, and 5 volts, 2 amps, 1 watts, altogether 96 watts. And this is pretty much in line what we have seen charging only the S.P.A.T before, close to 100 watt. I think we have seen 101, 102 watts as a peak, but this was now the ultimate test. I mean, we've got like, here again, 1200 watts per square meter. So still 20% short of the 120 watts, which they are claiming in the manual. Okay, I think this is it for testing so far with this panel. Let's do a final verdict. Now repaired the DC cable again, which I have cut off before to get access to the solar panel with our panel meter tester. And yeah, so this concludes the test of the Powerness foldable solar panel Solar X S120. So the built-in solar panel alignment tool, aka the solar power meter, is really a good idea, but it needs also some improvement. I would really like to see some kind of hinge mechanism here, so we can fold it 90 degrees and we can read it from the top of the panel once this is all set up with the stands. And quite frankly, this is the main feature which distinguishes this foldable solar panel from all the other solar panels out there. In this current position, the display is actually underneath the panel and makes it really hard to use it for what it was designed for, aligning the solar panel to the sun. Well, and as you have seen, I have done quite a few tests with the panel now and have set it up in different conditions, cloudy, in rain, and in pure sunshine 3 times. And I was trying really hard to get 120 watts out of this panel, but I could not see that. Just over 100 watts was the maximum we could see under super top ideal conditions. But there were still 20 watts, around 17% of the power output missing from what they are claiming. And unfortunately also the panel efficiency is far away from the 23% they are claiming in the manual. We don't even know what kind of conditions they have tested this with. But even the super efficient Hyundai shingled panels I have here on the garage and also the phono panels we have on the carport have over between 21 and 22% efficiency. So I'm not sure how they can claim 23% with a portable solar panel. But here again, the maximum I could measure was 13.3%, which is like over 40% short of what they put in the manual. Yeah, and then why the USB-C is not charging my laptop, I don't know. Charges the mobile phone and all my other equipment, but the laptop wouldn't charge, neither in cloudy nor in very sunny conditions. So yeah, I mean, overall, I can see the need and the usage and the benefit of having such a panel if you're a camper or a four-wheel driver and you're living in your tent during your holiday season. And the panel can certainly recharge your power station during the day and some other electronics as well. And this is probably the main task for such a foldable, portable solar panel like the Powerness XXS SX. I should have really learned this. The Solar X S120. I really like this idea of this power meter, this display under the panels, but to get some benefit out of this display, it needs a bit of redesign and tweaking. Okay guys, so far this video from today and the last couple of weeks, it took me actually forever to make this video because of just the bad weather situations and the time restrictions I was on. But now we have finally tested the Powerness foldable portable solar panel with S.P.A.T controller. And yeah, we probably go back to our good old method here and use an ice cold S.P.A.T to align our solar panels. They also have some other larger panels on their website as well as power stations. So if you are interested in some accessories for your next RV or camping trip, have a look. The link is down below. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your great support here on the channel. Until the next video, as always, stay charged, stay safe, and thanks again for watching. See you then. Bye bye. Yeah, before I forget, if you are a manufacturer of solar battery devices, accessories, all kind of stuff, and want me to test your products on this channel here, good luck.